What's up, YouTube? Daxty here, coach of the Montreal Canadiancies, back for week 1 of CPL season 4. This week we're facing CB and his Seattle Primariners, Primariners, and even though this is the third time I'm facing a CB, I still don't know how to pronounce his team name. So, his team consists of, from the fastest to slowest, Zeraora, Canadiancies, Volcarona, Hydreigon, Gliscor, Roserade, Cloyster, Hitmontop, Komala, Azumarill, Bronzong, and Dusclops. And if you have not seen my draft analysis, I highly suggest you go check that out. But my team's right here. What I'm expecting from CB is these first 5, actually, and I believe the Volcarona is his Z user alongside the Komala, but yeah, I'm expecting these first 5. This is going to be either Life Orb or Choice Band. This is probably going to be Rock Polish. This is going to be Quiver Dance. This is going to be Choice Scarf, and this is going to be Fizz Death. And then in the last slot, I'm expecting either Cloyster, a setup variant. Azu could be either offensive or Sap Sipper, and Bronzong, if it comes, it'll be Fizz Death. So that's what I think CB is going to bring. Let's get into my team. First up, we've got Danny Phantom the Marowak with Ice Beam, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, and Will-O-Wisp. Ice Beam, even with no special attack investment, should 2-hit KO a physically defensive Gliscor. The special defense investment is so that I cannot be 2-hit KO'd by Volcarona's HP Ground, and the defense investment is so that I can't be 2-hit KO'd with the Colberry by Zeraora's knockoff. I think that's Life Orb Zeraora. The rest goes into attack. This is my Stealth Rock setter. I can also catch Gliscor on the switch with a Will-O-Wisp if its Toxic Orb hasn't been activated, so that could be really cool. And I have Earthquake mainly because I'm a natural check to Zeraora. Next up, my primary win con this game, Swaylee. Return, Throat Chop, Earthquake, Quick Attack hits his whole team super effectively. Return and Quick Attack, nice stab moves. Earthquake is for offensive checks such as Zeraora and Canadiancies, and Throat Chop is for the Bronzong and the Dusclops. The speed investment is just to outspeed Volcarona. Next, we've got Deldro the Tangrowth, Assault Vest, very similar to the Smogon set this week actually, with Hidden Power Ice, Rock Tomb, Knockoff, and Giga Drain. Hidden Power Ice hits the Gliscor. Rock Tomb is nice for the Volcarona and slowing down just about anything on his team. Knockoff, again, if I can catch the Gliscor on the switch and not let it get its Poison Heal. And Giga Drain is some good general stab. With the Assault Vest and this EV spread, I can switch into and 1v1 Canadiancies. I'll basically switch in and then click Giga Drain repeatedly and then heal die before I die. So that's what the spread on Tangrowth does, the special defense anyway. And then the defense investment means that I'm not 2-hit KO'd by Zeraora's Fire Punch. I'm not sure if that's a Life Orb or Choice Band again. And the rest in speed to try to creep an Azumarill of some kind. Next up, we have the Empoleon, Defog Empoleon this week with Flash Cannon, Ice Beam. This is the best coverage I have versus his team, and Roar helps out a whole lot in checking Cloyster and a setup Azumarill. This is my best answer to those two, and I'm especially defensive to check the Hydreigon. This is a really safe switch into Choice Scarf Hydreigon. I'm nearly max Spadef with just a little bit of speed. Again, for something like the Azumarill, just anything that wants to speed creep my my Empoleon here. Now we've got the Latios and Zygarde this week, but those sets didn't really get revealed, so I'm actually not gonna go over them just to potentially save that information. Also, the V spreads are kind of complicated. I don't exactly remember what they were for, but mostly because I think they can be useful in later matches, maybe in a rematch versus CB himself. I don't know, we'll see. But without further ado, we're gonna pause this recording and hop right into the game. Alright, here we are, guys, with the battle versus CB, and you can see that he brought Cloyster, Zeraora, Hydreigon, Gliscor, Hitmontop, and Roserade. So, really different from what I was expecting. No Volcarona, no Bangadiancy, and no Azumarill, which was a little bit less likely, but I still thought it had a pretty good matchup right here. Regardless, I think that Empoleon covers any of his potential leads, really, or it matches up the best against like, actually, he has several possible leads. He can lead with any Mon except Hitmontop, really. Zeraora can be Volt Switch. Cloyster hazards, Hydreigon Scarf, Gliscor hazards, and Roserade hazards. So, out of all my Mons, I think Empoleon matches up best against the most out of those 5, being able to check Hydreigon, Gliscor, and Roserade to an extent. So I'm going to lead off with the Empoleon, as we see that he leads off with Nada the Hydreigon. Nada's going to U-turn out of there, and he goes into Red Mat the Roserade. These are all friends of mine from the CPL, so I like these nicknames. As I just throw off an Ice Beam, he goes for a Sleep Powder. I didn't really have a switch in. I knew he was going for Sleep Powder, but I didn't want to take the damage on Tangrowth should he have gone for a Sludge Bomb or something, because I need Tangrowth to check Zeraora. That's going to be my primary, or Gliscor rather. Tangrowth is going to be my main way of dealing with Gliscor. Marowak I'm saving for the Zeraora. I'm just deciding all this stuff at Team Preview. So yeah, and I also really want Marowak for, I want to get Stealth Rock up so as soon as possible, so I couldn't afford to let it go to sleep. I can just kind of sit here with Empoleon now, I think that's what I do, yeah. As he can repeatedly switch, and I'm kind of chilling here, as I get a Defog off, which is nice, wake up kind of early, and I can go hard Marowak here on this Hitmontop, get up my Stealth Rock, because he can't Rapid Spin on me. He gets a Toxic off, which is a little unfortunate. That's going to hurt my Marowak's longevity quite a bit. He can safely go into the Gliscor right here, and I can safely go into Tangrowth, throw off a Hidden Power Ice, really weaken this Roserade, and now I'm poisoned, which is kind of nice, which means I can't be put to sleep. So that's some free rocks back up for me. He does get up 2 layers of spikes, so I'm probably going to end up defogging again and getting the rocks back up, but I can just go for the Ice Beam. In case he wanted to switch into Gliscor, throw off a defog of his own, and it'll still kill the Roserade, so this was a no drawback play for me. Down goes the Roserade. Now, in comes Hydreigon to force this out. This is, again, like, there's no reason not to go Empoleon every time Hydreigon comes in. There's nothing it can do to me. He's playing it like it's Scarf, so I really don't see a reason not to switch an Empoleon every time. And I can go into Latios on this close combat here. Really, yeah, force out this Hitmontop and go for a defog of my own once again, and then bring out Empoleon. So I'm just waiting for an opportunity to get Pinsir in. I want to get up rocks, and then I can Mega Evolve Pinsir. I think the only target I can Mega Evolve versus is the Hitmontop. So I need him to have no hazards, and I've killed the Roserade, so that's going to be a lot easier. I need him to have no hazards, and me to have at least Stealth Rock up. I pivot into the Marowak on the Zero Aura, but he makes a nice play and goes hard High Dragon. I gotta go back into Empoleon right here. I can weaken it with an Ice Beam, and I'm pretty sure I just try to sack this at this point. Keep on spamming Ice Beam. Now he's in Quick Attack range, so as soon as Empoleon dies, I can go into Pinsir, but he doesn't let me die. He's gonna go into the Hitmontop right here, but that works just as well. I'm gonna go into Pinsir, and now that I'm yeah, I calc, and I don't think I can kill quite yet from this range, unfortunately, so that was a bit of a misplay. If he was max Fizz Death, like I'm sure he must have been, from the fact that he's Intimidate, and like I can't see why else you would bring this Mon. So yeah, I can't kill a max Fizz Death thing from that range, sorry. So I gotta wait. I'm gonna go back into Empoleon on what I'm expecting to be a switch into Zero or wait, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Empoleon's in, Zero Aura's in, and I think I just roar, yeah, on the sack. But again, he doesn't let me die. So I'm gonna go into Tangrowth, and finally he gets the Toxic off. If he landed that earlier, that would have been pretty big for him, because I would not have been able to take on the Zero Aura the way I did. And now I'm just gonna throw off some attacks. See that Hidden Power Ice doesn't even do half to this, which is quite annoying. And yeah, I'm just gonna take a long time to realize that I don't do enough damage here. That I'm not. Yeah, this thing's gonna get 1v1. I'm hoping to put it in range of Pinsir though. Maybe I can just come in and take it out. He catches me with a nice switch, preventing my rocks from going up yet again and getting himself a roost. So this Gliscor has been super annoying this game. And finally, I'm gonna chip him a little bit with the Rock Tomb, chip this Hitmontop as it comes in. And now is when I'm gonna go into Pinsir. He brings out the High Dragon, and here finally I can Mega Evolve, Quick Attack, and claim my second kill of the game. The only second kill of the game after 30 turns already. So this is a long one. So now I'm just gonna try to get rocks up, sack off the Marowak, and hopefully go in with Pinsir. That's the plan at this point. Rocks go up, and he can't spin. So I'm just kind of waiting for a Sucker Punch to happen here. I Will-O-Wisp. He's not going for the Sucker Punch though. I'm not sure if he has it. I'm not sure if he has a Rock type move. I'm waiting for him to reveal that as well. And he's just gonna keep spinning, which lets me throw off an Earthquake, and with the burn damage, that's actually gonna put it in range of Pinsir guaranteed. So down goes this, and out comes Zero Aura, forcing me out into the Tangrowth. And now I just have to throw off like 1 or 2 more hits with this thing. I think it was what, 23 I believe was the range for Quick Attack to kill. So like with the spread I was expecting him to be, or unless I calc like max HP or something. But yeah, once he switches into rocks, he dies to Quick Attack, so that's the plan there. What I'm gonna do at this point is just go into Latias, try to sack it here. I could have taken on just like, yeah, I got free damage, forcing out the Zero Aura. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on throwing off some Slash Rocks, but he actually sacks Zero Aura right here to get in his Cloister, which was a pretty good play. And yeah, I can't let this thing set up for free. I'm just gonna keep on attacking it and let it kill me. I'm hoping that, I didn't really care if this thing set up. I still have both my priority users in the back. Zygote's gonna come out right here. I'm thinking it's -1. Extreme Speed should kill easy, but no, it doesn't actually, as he's gonna live on 15% and destroy my Zygarde with an Icicle Spear. And he pops the Salac Berry, which was interesting. If he was like some other kind of berry, like a citrus berry or something, that would have been a big problem. But thankfully Pinsir can just come in, click Quick Attack, and all he has left is this Gliscor. Now, I'm going to realize something way too late. I'm going to try to sack off this pincer and try to 1v1 this thing with Tangrowth, but, like, this was, yeah, that was not what I should have done. I'm just going to skip a few turns, actually, because I could have preserved differential right here. The way I'm going to win this game is actually just by going for a few Rock Tombs with Tangrowth, and then KOing this Gliscor with an Ice Beam. But what I should have done is just switched in the Tangrowth hard on the Gliscor, sacked that, gone for a couple of Rock Tombs, and then just KO'd with Ice Beam. I could have saved my Pinsir. There was no reason for Pinsir to go down right there, barring like a crit or like several crits with Earthquake or like Rock Tomb misses. That's the only way I could have lost right there. But GG to CB, really good game, dude. Like, this brought it down to the wire. This was a super exciting way to start off my CPL season, excuse me. So, with that, yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, retweet, and maybe even subscribe. But until next time, later, guys.